So last week I got to introduce you very briefly to Tarpon Boatworks Bonefish 17, their fishing skiff that they just launched. I've had this down here for a little over a week now, just putting it through its paces. And my next door neighbor, Conrad here, he is a fishing captain, has his own charter boat, runs charters offshore and flats boats, he does some guiding in the backcountry. I'll put his contact information on the back, but he came over, checked the boat out in the yard, was dying to get out on it, and then the other day he called me from the water out here in this spot. He was out in these little flats prepping for an offshore charter, casting, throwing the net, catching some bait fish for his charter that day. Spotted a couple of schools of tarpon out here and some bonefish. He was just dying to go out and waiting for me to get off of work at the end of his charter for the day. So I got home, he was done with his charter, we threw this boat in the water, came out here, decided to take it out, test it out for what it was really designed for, getting out here in some skinny water, trying to be stealthy and looking for some fish. So that's what we did. Before I jump into this a little bit, this boat, the Bonefish 17, is really a mission-specific boat. And what I mean by that, it is designed for skinny water and really a stealthy approach, getting up on top of bonefish, tarpon, and it is really skittish fish. This is the boat to do that. It's really well set up for a single guide and a single fisherman. I don't think I'd put 3 large people in this boat. It is definitely a guide and fisherman setup for this, but really well done for that. Other boats, like my center console, is a multi-mission boat. It's got nice bow seating, super comfortable to bring the family out when we're going offshore, going out diving. It has the walk-through transom door for diving and snorkeling, which makes it nice. But it's also really rigged out with the outriggers, 20 some odd rod holders on board with rocket launchers and rail mounts. So kind of a combination boat. So when you're looking at boats, figure out what missions you want to fill with your boat. If you are looking for a skinny water skiff to get after the bonefish and the tarpon, this is definitely a boat to take a look at. And we put it through its paces out here. We ended up not catching up with any of the bonefish or tarpon that we were hoping for. Got a few barracuda and saw a lot of sharks out here on this particular day. You can't really tell from the drone, but the sun was down, so the ability to see through the water from the water level on the boat was a little tough with the angle of the sun. And you can see a little bit of the sun reflection here from the drone coming off, but it made it really difficult going into the water looking for fish, but still really put it through its paces nonetheless out here on this particular day. Here again, we're just pulling through these flats. Just one of the beautiful flats areas down here on the Atlantic side. We are not in the Gulf. We're not in the back bays on the north side of the Keys. This is down on the Atlantic side, some of my favorite spots. So we worked that flats for a little bit, then moved over to some of these Atlantic side docks. Had a nice big Goliath grouper come out and swim out to the boat to check out and see what we were doing out from underneath these. And saw a lot of snapper in here, but we're really hoping to locate the tarpon that Conrad had seen earlier in the day, but again, just ended up with some barracuda on this. I do want to put up the casting platform up front. Conrad's solid 6 feet tall. I'm 6'3". Conrad's got way better balance than I do. For me, I don't have the best balance. I would probably go without the casting platform because I would like a little wider stance when I'm up there if there's any kind of wind, and a little bit more rolling than what we had today, just for that extra stability. I don't feel at my height the casting platform would add a whole lot for myself. But there are people that love those casting platforms out there. And again, if I had a little bigger bow area, I'd probably go for it. Again, just going to give you a quick walkthrough of everything that's on this boat. There is a lot packed into this for a 17-foot skiff. Plenty of room in the cockpit. Let's start with the bow. Tarpon Boatworks is known. It's one of Andy's signature designs here on both their flats boat and on this is that plumb bow, where that bow just comes straight down to the water, really extending your water line out. Again, it's a very flat bottom boat, again, for that shallow draft. And having that bow come straight down to the water just pulls that flat bottom all the way forward. And if you're on it, you'll just notice the difference in how much more stable that is than your traditional skiffs or flatboats. Having that boat right underneath you, all the way to the water, all the way to the bow, makes a huge difference in that stability. I also like the plumb bow because it cuts through the chop really nicely. So let's start all the way forward here on the boat, starting with the casting platform. Again, I probably wouldn't go for the casting platform. I'm a 6'3", and I like a little wider stance than what this platform would offer me. So I wouldn't. Conrad liked it a lot, but wasn't sure if it was necessary because, again, pushing 6 foot tall, he had plenty of height. Of course, has the really nice trolling motor forward with the remote control. And one of the signature things at Tarpon Boatworks is everything Andy does is really thought out and well designed. You've got all the little touches on here. Your console here is offset to the side. From what I understand, they are building a center console model with a small live well option in the front or cooler for it, so that'll be coming soon. Again, the nice touches, I like the expandable phone charger. Just drop your phone in there. It keeps it locked in nice and tight where you're out of the water. Got a great Garmin display with all your engine information as well integrated into that. And again, your trim tab controls and your engine trim are both right there and easy reach while you're running. And again, the nice deep cup holders and rod holder right there on that offset station. The boat does not have a bilge, just has a through pipe that goes from here. So if you need to drain water from inside your boat while you're running, just pull that plug right there inside. It'll run right out. And again, this is your stern storage locker in here, plenty of space. And again, everything is well laid out, nice and easy to get to. So on the left side, you've got your battery in there. You've got the casing for your rod holder. So if you're feeding your fly rods through, a lot of boats just go into that empty space. This has those rod holders all the way back. You've got your battery selector switch up top there. That one is just on or off, and then your fuel water separator. Again, everything is easy to get to and reach, plenty of space in here. Then moving back around, you can see all the carbon fiber work inside here. Got a little basket for your ropes. This is an extension handle for your tiller motor. I ran with it a few times where I could stand up right alongside the offset console and run the boat from there. Nice having it. Through hole transducer. Then just outside that locker are your light switches. One is for those interior lights inside those lockers in the cockpit. The other one is your anchor light, and the other one is for your bow running lights. And then also really comfortable seats, really well padded, super comfortable, high quality seat. Probably only good for one person because it's the tiller motor. Swinging that back and forth, kind of hard to have two people on there. And the polling platform, really rigid, nice and sturdy, easy steps to get up there for polling. Again, your trim tabs on the back of the boat. Not a whole lot to explain with those, but it's nice having those. And then the engine. This boat has a 25 horsepower 4-stroke Mercury on it. I believe the standard engine is a 35 horsepower, but the 25 horsepower we've had plenty of get up and go for the two of us on here. Moving forward, we have the fuel gauge right up here underneath the forward deck, and your forward storage locker right here. And then to the left of that, you've got another phone charger tucked up under here where it stays nice and dry. And then your outlet for your trolling motor battery charger is right there. Again, in the storage locker, you got your trolling motor battery, your inverter charger is right there. You can see the hose for filling up the gas tank from the deck. And then the gas tank is all glassed in right there, just forward of the battery. This one, I believe, has a 13-gallon tank. The standard is an 11-gallon tank that these will come with, which is plenty of gas for you for a full day out on the flats in this boat. You know, lots of room in this locker for your life jackets, safety gear, anything else you might want to pack in here. So really well put together. So it's coated with the soft deck. Really nice, pretty soft deck. I'd love to hear your comments on it. I don't have it on any of my boats. And again, your fuel fill outlet is right here, nice and easy. It's a flip up, twist off, easy to fill up your fuel. But again, as I was saying, I don't have any of that soft decking on my my boats, but I've heard great things about it. Kind of curious, give me your feedback on what you think about it. Super comfortable on the feet, but I know some people find it really hard to clean. So let me know your online thoughts. If you want to learn more, visit tarponboatworks.com or give Andy a call at the number that's there, and I'll put all the information in the description below, along with Conrad's information if you're looking for a great offshore guide or backcountry guide. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week. And as always, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Share the video out. Helps us out a lot and appreciate it. And have a great week. See you on the water soon.